Yeah, I'm Manix86, and now we're continuing the Chosen Sky percent Glitchless tutorial. Last we left off, we finished chapter 2, so that's where we're going to start. So after you finish chapter when the chapter starts, there's just this little cutscene here. It's text, nothing special to do. It's a really cool cutscene, but we're skipping most of it. It's everybody's favorite silver will. I promise you later in the game you'll be able to enjoy the full extent of this song, but not right now. So we're going to gain control of our characters very shortly. Alright, so you're going to go through the garbage. You're going to come down this path to Orion Causeway. I like to turn my camera like this here, up to you. We're going to grab this first chest to our immediate left. Important. This is Deathblow 2. We're going to need to capture 2 Deathblow 2s. Keep following the main path, avoid fights if possible. At the fork here, you're going to stay on the main one. Don't do that. That was too risky. We're at Airletton. Just enter Airletton, talk to the first guy at the desk here. Just Cromwell, and take option 1. As soon as you can, go upstairs. This is where Chloe leaves us. This is where we enter the Zeiss region. So anywhere from here to what we call the Tita Slugs fight, you can do a menuing. I'm going to do it close to the fight, but it's all preference. I'll show it as per my slides. So you're going to follow the main path here. You're going to avoid the first optional path here, but you're going to take the second one right here. This is to get the death blow 2. Watch out for the enemy here. He's pretty aggressive. If you get that fight, just either run away or kill him. If there's a slug in the fight, you can kill him for safety because there's an optional slug fight that you might have to do in a little bit. We'll talk about that. So we're back on the main path here, and we'll go all the way until Tita interrupts us. I like to look at my mini map here to move, but feel free to do what's comfortable for you. So we get interrupted by Tita. And now we're going to need to follow her. So we have to chase her. I'm just going to switch my slide. I'm going to do my menuing right here, as per my slide. So we're going to do a couple things here. So first you're going to do battle position. Take Estelle and put her next to Joshua, and then you'll just swap them like this. Okay. Then you're going to go to Orbal. For Estelle, on slot 1, you're going to put blind. And for Joshua, you can put slot 1 blind. Slot 2, EP cut 1. This is the patent Hellgate. And on slot 3, you're going to put EP1. This is going to simplify your menu a little bit later because your EP1 has to stay there. So, Estelle S1 blind, Joshua S1 blind, S2 EP cut, and S3 EP1. Not an overly difficult menu. Still recommend to do menus in rep so that you remember them and can do them faster and faster. So we just follow our way back here to where the bridges were. And there's going to be a slug fight triggered in not too long. Right here after this bridge. Tita shows us how well she can aim. So the slug fight. So you do. There's two ways you can do this, but sorry, there's not two. So with Josh, we are going to do Hellgate, and we're always going to aim at this second to left one here. You can get all four if you aim somewhere else. This is just the one that has the highest probability that all four will group. So you want to bank on that option. And with Estelle, you're also going to do Hellgate on the same one. We do Stone Impact. Stone Impact does less damage, but as you can see, the radius is a little bit wider. So if everything's good, which might be based on that movement, okay, the far left one might not stay in the circle. Yeah. So this can unfortunately happen. I'm glad it's showing up. The far right one sometimes doesn't stay with the group depending on the order. So you guys are getting the 2-turn treatment. Which is not that big of a deal. It happens. But ideally the fight would be done right now. Big group properly. So we might not need the stone here with the crit Hellgate on Joshua, we'll see. There we go. Don't try to auto attack with well, you can try auto attacking with Tita there. It's a risk. It's shorter, but she has a high chance of missing her attacks. So I recommend you stick to the stone impact strat, even if it takes 2 turns. Okay, so here's where we do the Wind Sepith check. So we're gonna need 210 Wind Sepith in the shopping spree here, and it's really tightly routed in the route, and depending on how your bonus are, you're either a little short or a little over. So the way I like to check it is like this. I go to the menu and I go to item, and they're on the right. So you see how I have 206 Wind Sepith, the green one. Had I had 210, I would just go straight to town. Because I don't, I'm gonna have to take an extra encounter that includes a slug, which gives you 12 Wind Sepith in this area, and then we'll be fine. And I'll show you which one I like to take. It doesn't have to be one specific one, but I like it because it's easy to... First of all, there's only 2 enemies in the fight, which could not be the case somewhere else. And the other, it's easy to, in my opinion, to get the surprise attack, the preemptive attack. Switch my slide to that. Oh yeah, I don't need to switch yet. I didn't make a slug encounter slide, but that's okay. There are some before the one I suggest. Like if you see a slug sprite, they're guaranteed to have 1 slug in it, which is all we need. The one I like to recommend is up this curve after the limestone cave, right here in the corner. This one. It's usually red in the corner and easy to intercept. So there's 2 ways you can do this fight. There's the cave and there's a slug. I usually recommend to kill the slug first just because it moves so slow. So with Joshua, you'll do Hellgate on the slug. With Estelle, you can do Stone Impact and with this one. And with her as well. So 1 Hellgate and 2 Stone Impacts should do it, if I remember. I'm winging this right now. So Stone Impact is statistically one of the worst spells, so don't use it unless you have to in this case. There we go. So as you can see, it did some damage on that one, and this one moves pretty fast. There we go. Now you have options. You could try auto attacking it. There's a chance to miss. We'll do it just because. In this case it didn't miss, but it's a really quick.
Alright, we're good to go.
So I just want to clarify, if you kill the slug and you leave the fight, it doesn't count. So you have to finish the fight. So that's why I also recommend taking that fight, because it's a fast encounter to completely finish. So now we have to walk all the way to Zeus, or Zeiss, say it how you will. We just follow the main path. This is one of the tougher chapters in my opinion because there's a lot of menuing and memory to learn. The menus are getting bigger as we progress. So you'll take this door and take a first left into the BU elevator. As soon as we gain control of our characters here, you're going to leave outside to the southern door. Here, and you're gonna get to the escalators, and there's gonna be a bit of text. Once the text is done, we'll go down the escalators to the guild. There we go. Guild is right over here. This is Skillica. As soon as she's done talking, we're gonna head back up into the factory. Right here. And we're gonna talk to Hazel. Right here. She'll set up a meeting with the Chief Murdoch. So we'll take the stairs, emergency stairs here. Go just one level to 2F. Walk around, enter the first door here. Here's Chief Murdoch. As soon as he's done talking, we'll go back to the first floor. And we're gonna go to the Orbal factory guy. This is a really important segment here. So there's a pretty big menu that I'll be doing slowly, but then you practice it over and over so that you become really fast at it because you can big time saves here. Okay, so this is Eric, the Orbal factory person. So we're gonna do a small purchase first. So you're gonna modify, go to slot, you're gonna unlock Estelle's 4th slot. And same thing for Joshua, his 4th slot. Gonna go to quartz, and we need to buy sleep. There's a couple of ways you can get to sleep. Or you can go cast 1 and then sleep, that's another way. So if you press right once here, sleep is down here. Or what I like to do is press right twice. Sorry. 1, 2. And cast 1 is right here. I think that's faster. 1, 2. And cast 1, go up 5. Sorry, let me do it again. So 1, 2, 1, 2, I, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So at this point, I know it says in the notes if you can afford cast 1. It's pretty rare that you can't in this route, which is precisely why it's done as so. But it's not the end of the world if you don't have cast 1, it's just better. But you definitely need sleep. As you can see, we are down to 8. So we didn't get we needed that extra encounter of the slug. So after you, let me switch my slide here, that's why I was hesitating. I was like, okay, I don't have it on screen. There we go. So as soon as you buy this, you can go to the next scene, but I recommend the menu here just because you just bought ornaments, and this menu that I've created is all ornaments. I think it all goes well together. So you're gonna press menu and go to ornament. You're gonna go to Estelle, You can do Estelle or Tita first here. I personally like to start with Estelle. And we're gonna set up her orbs so that she gets Aerostar. Wow, what a blank. So S1 you start with sleep. S2 you start with shield. S3's evade 1. At this point in the game you may have received a not a rare drop, but like an average drop of evade 2. If you have evade 2 you can put evade 2, but otherwise you put evade 1. And in slot 4 you'll put impede 2. And as you can see, that unlocks Aerostorm for Estelle, which is crucial for the rest of the game, but primarily this chapter for sure. It's basically the best win spell. So again, sleep, shield 1, evade 1, and EP 2. The next thing you do is you go to Tita, you remove EP cut 2 from slot 1, and in slot 2 you put attack 1, slot 5 you put seal, and you also remove defense 2. So remove 1, attack 1 on 2, seal on 5, and remove 6. And then we do Joshua. And Joshua, we're going to do his White Gehenna build. So blind, we've already said that's where it goes. EP1, we're just going to switch to EP2, which we've removed from Tita. EP1, as we said before, is already in place, so you don't need to put it. Slot 4 will be cast 2. And slot 6 will be mine 2. For extra damage. With arts. And more stuff later. Now you're going to go back to Tita, and on the first, put Eagle Eye. And that's it for this menu. Let's just play this. So yeah, just keep practicing this menu. And we're gonna head to the Arms and Guards store because there's another menu right away. This is where I recommend to do a safety save. Because you're going to be selling all your equipment, so you don't want to make a mistake here. So it's right here. You can turn your camera if you don't see it. Usually I just try to enter the door. Okay, so let's just make the safety save, which I use my patent in slot 1. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to equipment. It doesn't matter which order you do here. You probably want to start with Joshua just because that's who you happen to be on. And you want to remove everything from Joshua. So you just, if you double hit something, it'll go to unequip. So all you have left is the practice weapon. With Tita, you'll also remove everything. And with Estelle, you'll remove shield vest, Strega, and silver earring. You want to keep pile rod and feather brooch. So again, Tita, remove everything. Joshua, remove everything. Estelle, keep feather brooch and pile rod. Okay, and what you're going to do then is you're going to talk to this lady and select sell. And you're going to sell everything up until basically here. You can choose not to sell your Tiora bomb as a backup here item. You want to sell all your up to all your accessories, including the jewelry. And the reason why we picked up the jewelry in the first place is because it sells for a lot. So you want to sell everything as fast as you can. If you're using a controller here, what you can do is confirm twice, up and confirm for item. Find the right rhythm. Like if you go too fast, it's kind of slow. Like that. But you see how I did it there and it was a little faster. When there's more than one item, what I like to do is confirm, press left, which will basically make everything to 9, which then confirm and sell. So it sort of looks like this when you keep going. I'm not very good at getting the fast. As you can see there, I made mistakes. I had to go back and make sure I sell all of them. I'm gonna sell my Tiro Bomb here. Again, not 100% necessary. I'll pick one up again to show you guys in the backup anyway. So after you sell that, now we have to buy. So you're gonna shop with the same lady, do buy. You're gonna buy the Gurkha knives. You're gonna buy craft cannon. You're gonna buy, let me just double check, I believe it's 2 metal jackets, 2 craft shoes, and 2 earrings, correct. So 2 metal jackets, 2 craft shoes, 2 pearl earrings. And after this, now it's time to equip. So we equip Estelle. We're gonna give her a metal jacket, craft shoes, and a pearl earring. With Joshua, you're not gonna give him accessories, so you're gonna do Gurkha knives, you're gonna do metal jacket, and you're gonna do craft shoes, but that's it. And on Tita, you'll do even less, you'll give her just the craft cannon. This is very important, don't forget the craft cannon on her. Because we need her to just spam some S crafts later on, and if she doesn't have that, it doesn't do a lot of damage with only the big practice weapon. So again, Estelle, metal jacket, craft shoes, pearl earring. Joshua, Gurkha knives, metal jacket, craft shoes, and Tita, craft cannon. Alright. And that's your that's like your big menu. It's like one big menu, but I separated it into 2 menus. But if you want to do the purchase in the first shop, run down here, then unequip, sell all your stuff here, and then do just one big menu, you're technically saving the menu 2. It's worth like opening and closing your menu, so it's a minor time save, but if you're good enough to remember everything in a single menu or read your notes, by all means go ahead. I just thought it was easier to explain the orbments alone, and then the equipment alone seemed to make more sense. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. There we go. So once you've done that and you're exhausted for menuing, you're gonna head up here and we're gonna go into Russell's home. Right here. You're gonna head to that door and up the stairs. Some text. Crazy professor. As soon as you gain control, you'll go back downstairs and over here. And then just as a little bit of a cutscene. It's a little bit of a long one, but it's a funny one. Basically, he's gonna test the black ornament that we've received. He's gonna put it in his machine and it's gonna cause something funky here. Excuse me. So the armor reacted and turned off the power in the city. Everybody's pissed and concerned. The Chief Murdoch basically forces Professor Russell to work from the factory under surveillance. Can't do some crazy experiments from home anymore. And we're gonna gain control of our characters shortly. And when we do, we'll go to the guild and talk to Kilika. I can turn my camera here, like this, or like this. Go to guild, talk to Kilika. As soon as you can, leave, and go to the factory. We're going to take the elevator this time on the left. We're going to go to the 3rd floor. So as you can see, the curse always starts on the top, so if you want to go to be down, basically if you like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2F is basically your center. So if you want to go to, if you want to go to the basement or 5th, 4th, and 3rd, or sorry, if you want to do basement 1F or maybe 2F, you could split them. You could use up, and if you want to go 5, 4, 3, then you go down. So in this case, we want to go to 3, and into this door, and you're gonna get a little cutscene. When he's done talking, we will go to the 5th floor, again through the elevator. Here we go. So we're going to go to 5. Into the same door like that one. It's mostly that door we'll check except the infirmary later. There's a bit of text holding here, and then we'll select option 1 when we get grouped together right here. There we go. And then we'll check this computer, which is the cable. So what we want to do is hit Central Factory, go to Related Topics, hit Combustion Engine, hit Cancel twice to leave, hit Gasoline, hit cancel twice to leave, and then cancel. And then cancel your text. And so you need to check for the information of the combustion engine and the gasoline, because that's what we need to pick up. So first thing you're going to do is go back to the elevator. And we're going to go to B1. We'll go straight across down these steps and we'll talk to Faye right here. I believe her name is Faye. Yeah. And she'll get us the gasoline tank. So as you can here, you'll have to interact with the tank to take it. There we go. And this time we need to go to the room floor. So you have two options here. It's actually, we need to go to floor 1, and it's actually faster to use the emergency steps by the slimmer of margins if you move properly, but using the elevator is fine as well. So we're gonna head to the south. You're gonna go to the landing port over here. Let me just switch my slide here. I'm just making sure that I don't move ahead of what I show on screen. There we go. So you're going to talk to Gerald, which is this person. And then the cool airship will arrive. As soon as you gain control here, we'll go down there. There we go. You can turn your camera if you want here, like that. Okay. And try to cross over the bridge, and he'll give you the combustion engine. There we go. So now we got our 2 items. So now we go to see Russell again. Take the elevator. Go to 3. There we go. So this particular part, like up to here, or at least up to the big menus, you can spend hours there. Like, it's a good investment to spend it. So after you get control, you'll go back to 1F here, and you'll try to leave, and this is where it says to go to Tratt planes. I like to turn my camera. Tratt planes is to the south, right here. So you could wait all the way to here to do your menu if you want. I like to do it as soon as you're in the thick of purchasing things, but you could do it right here if you want. Okay, so now we're gonna head out to Tratt Plains Road. We're gonna go to the south as per the map, which is straight up in our view like this. There's a chest right here by the tree with a tear bomb. You can take it as a backup, or you can keep the one that if you didn't use it during the selling or whatnot, but you might have not had it. You're gonna continue here. Now you're just going to follow this main path. Now be careful, the enemies are not necessarily just off path here. They can be like on the path, so be vigilant. Now Orbal Village is right here. So we're going to go here. Switch my slide. we go. Oh, I'm missing a G in go to. I'm sure you guys won't mind. Might as well fix it now. There. So go to Elmo Village. Let's go to the Maple Leaf Inn, which is to the right over here. Just some text and leave when you can. And now we're going to go to the pump shed because we've received the key, which is here. And Tita's going to leave us to try to fix the pump. As soon as we can control, we'll leave. Go back to Ms. Mao. Oops. Done that error more times than I care to admit. There we go. Same thing here. When she's done talking, we'll leave when we can. And we'll leave the village altogether. So now we have to save Dorothy, which the fight itself is not complicated, but things can go wrong, like she could die. So I like to put my camera like this, and you want to try to walk over here. I always miss it to trigger it. Okay, I missed it. That was a little too far. There she is. So she's stuck in the back here with the dogs. This is the Tratt Plains dogs fight. So here you want to land your Aerostorms and your White Gehennas that we've equipped. And this is perfect. When all the dogs go first, you'll know how they're grouped. When they haven't all moved, you have to visualize where they're all going to be. Set up your White Gehenna, which has a large hitbox, but not as large as the Aerostorm. So make sure everybody's hit and cast it. And with Stella, yeah, she has Aerostorm. I recommend to put it down like a little bit like this. The reason for that is they might go after, if for any reason they would go before Estelle, they might go down and try to attack the players or even Dorothy. It's worth noting that Dorothy can die in 2 hits in this fight, which is really frustrating. If you die at the fight, just like hit retry and do it again. So stuns here are good. Obviously the less turns that they get, the better, so that you can kill them. Because these 2 spells won't be enough. We only had 1 stun. So this is good. They didn't have to, like Dorothy didn't have to be touched. Now here you'll do White Gehenna with Joshua. This is the unfortunate part where, as you can see, it's a little too short to get the one in the back that was stunned. So I guess in this case the stun was not good. So there's 2 things you could do here. You could wait casting Gehenna and go straight to Aerostorm, but Estelle doesn't do that much damage and you can get bad rolls. Like, as you can see, even this one didn't die. So yeah, cast Aerostorm as your 4th as a backup here. You can use S-Crafts as a backup in this fight. As you can see, she didn't even kill him, so now we have to kill him with Joshua. So what you can do when there's only one, just do Hellgate, which is a little bit faster. Yeah. So ideally you want to kill them with like Aerostorm, and Gehenna, and they're done. like a lot of these fights, can be random where the dogs go. Right. So as soon as you help Dorothy, we're gonna head back to the village, which is over here. I always get confused in my camera there because it's all like a big green field. And yeah, that'll be it for this video. It's a little bit of a longer one, and you might spend a good load of time on the big menus, but perfectly fine. And I will cover another portion of chapter 3 in the next video. Thanks for watching.